Hi everyone, welcome to Basic Editor Training Review. Today we're going to quickly run through workflows and what that means to actually be going through a workflow process. So I'm going to quickly jump to Cascade over here. So I'm in Cascade, I just made an edit. We always say that workflow doesn't begin until you click submit. So that's this button at the very top that says submit, and that's what prompts workflow. So if I click on that, I have the workflow approve and publish. I check content to submit. It gives me spell check on things that might be spelled wrong. Always important to take a look at those. Accessibility as well. No accessibility violations were found. It's so important that we don't move forward without making sure that we're good on accessibility. So then we're going to click that check mark. It's going to give me a workflow name, comments for administration, so me to see, anything about the due date if this is very time sensitive, and then you start the workflow. So now going back to the presentation, this is what happens after something's been submitted to workflow. And I'm going to break this down because there's 4 things that can happen. So the first thing, you edit or create a page, you submit that page to workflow as we just went over. The first thing is we see that the page looks fine. No issues, no accessibility concerns. We just click approve and publish, and then the page is live on the website instantly. So that ends that workflow process. The second thing that could happen is we see a typo or we see some sort of small mistake. Then we go into an administrator edit, we edit that page, and then once we push that through, then the page is instantly published. The third thing that could happen is we publish the staging. So their staging environment is anything that has a URL AUTH instead of www. So it's auth.csupueblo.edu. And that staging environment mainly exists for websites or sites that we're creating within the CSU Pueblo website that we don't want to appear on the live site. So those are mainly the new pages that we want other people in our team to see. We just don't want them live. So that's when we publish the staging. It's part of, for those of you part of the Academic Pages redesign, we'll be publishing to staging a lot just to make sure everything looks good. And the last thing that can happen is reject web editor, which I always say in the live training that I renamed this in my head to say, kindly send back to the web editor. Reject just seems like such a hard word or harsh word. But anytime we send it back, it's because we see something that's not compliant to the web policy or to the web standards. We always provide feedback as to why we are sending something back. Sometimes it's just too many edits for us to get through, which may mean that the editor is missing some large component. So that's the times that we send something back. And that breaks down the entire beast that is workflow. So pretty straight and simple. One thing I will point out though is that if something is submitted to workflow, so the workflow has started, nobody else can edit that page until that workflow has been finalized. Thank you. Bye.